Okay. I feel like the exposure is extremely high. I'm on my computer today. I feel like I like the computer a lot better than the phone, but the phone is convenient. She convenient. Anywho, happy Friday. This is gonna be a playback. I'm waiting on people to come into the live stream. And I think when I start doing these live streams, I think I'm gonna do like a Q&A at the beginning so it has enough time to have people come into the chat. So let's do that. Let's do that. First 10 minute Q&A. Okay, hold up. I can't even spell. Gosh. Minute Q capital A. Where's the end? The end. And sample. First 10-minute Q&A. Okay. See how that goes. All right. Hey y'all. Happy Friday. The computer is way different than the phone. So I'm trying to find a chat. Live chat. Okay. I'm not sure. Jesus, I don't know what you're looking at. You don't have to be here, but okay. I don't understand people on the internet. I really don't. Um, yeah, you're out of here. You're out of here. So, yeah. Goodbye. I don't understand. What? It's insanity. Anywho, while I'm waiting on more people to come in, as you can see from the title, we are going to be talking about driving with albinism, because I always get that question a lot, especially since I bought my car Cranberry in August. Okay. And then we're also going to be talking about this topic that I wanted to do an individual video on, but I think I'm going to just talk about it in this live stream, which is people with, I should say, Black people with albinism and doing protective styles. Because when I did my Q&A back in January, somebody was asking or had a question about, how to deal with people looking like strange, people looking at you strangely as a Black person with albinism, and you wearing braids and stuff. So that's the topic we're going to be talking about as well. I'm going to bring up the actual question that she left. This was like back in January, so like 2 months ago. And I said in that video I was going to elaborate even more because I thought that was just like such a great question. Well, I hope I didn't delete it. Did I delete it? Don't tell me. No, I didn't. It's here. Gosh, what's up with all the trolls today? Is it because I'm on a computer? What is up with all the trolls? Jesus Christ. Oh wait, let me see. I also need to figure out how to I don't see anything that says like block or boot out. I just see like timeout. So anywho, let me find a question. But also I'm almost forgetting about the Q&A. Nobody left any questions in the Q&A? Okay, no questions today. But like I said, I'm gonna start doing that at the beginning of the live stream so it has enough time for people to come in. Okay. Am I in the right chat? Yes. Okay. But yeah, how was everybody's day so far? Today is Friday. So hallelujah about that. Because it's been a rough week. Yes, I found the question. And there was some dialogue going on under the question too. Jazzy, my NERIASS 1185 left that question. So we're going to be talking about that today. So if you're seeing this, I know I answered your question in the Q&A, but we're doing a elaborated conversation. So if you're somebody with albinism, I should say if you're a Black person with albinism and you're in this chat, please chime in. I'm guessing also probably the time as well, because last time I went live around 3 o'clock, and we didn't have all these trolls in here. I literally had to get rid of 3 trolls just now because I'm just like, girl. Also, while I'm doing these discussion, I am going to be doing like a little no makeup look today. I actually filmed the TikTok for it yesterday, so I think we can do it over here as well on the YouTube. And these are some new products for me per se. I actually went to their brand event last month. The brand is called Dibs. I don't know if you ever heard of this brand before, but it's called Dibs. They just released in Ulta this month, I believe. So they have some really nice products. Okay, anywho, enough of my rambling. I don't think anybody has any questions, any Q&A questions, because I don't see none in here. So we're just going to go ahead and talk about, hold up, how do you, okay, you can end it. End the Q&A. Yes. Okay. I actually put, yeah, this is actually, y'all know it's a wig. This is my last wig I wanted to experiment with before I take my mini twist out. I was supposed to be taking my mini twist out today, but I'm kind of behind. So I'll probably be taking my mini twist out either Tuesday or Wednesday. But yeah, this is a wig. I honestly was about to return this wig because it was a bit much, but everybody was like, you can rock it, just, doll it up. I did cut it. I did some little shaping with it too, but I'm gonna post that video today on Instagram. But anywho, let's go ahead and dive into the topic. Here it is. Glad I got my little clips. I ain't laid this wig down, so if you see any lace, I don't like that this camera, like on the not the TV, on the computer, it looks like it's flipped. So this is my left hand, but it's showing up as my right on there. I don't like that because now I'm gonna get confused. But anywho, I didn't lay the wig down, so if it's lifting like that, don't worry about it. Because I ain't laying it down because I ain't going nowhere. I just put this on because I have my mini twist braided up under here. But thank you. Yeah. Like I said, this is my first time doing a curly wig. She cute, but she ain't cute as my actual hair, okay? But anywho, okay. So first thing first, let's talk about driving with albinism. If you're somebody in the chat that has albinism and you drive, please let us know, because it's not a lot of people that drive with albinism. So ever since I got my car back in August, if I was going outside today, I would be using this first. This is the Kula SPF face lotion. It is really nice. I like this. It's not greasy or anything, and it's fragrance free. So I would put that on first, but I don't want to waste my SPF. I'm gonna be in the house and I'm gonna wash my face after this. But I'm gonna just go in with the Dibs Love Beam Perfector. This is really, really nice. Just watch. This is in the shade number 1. But and also sorry if I'm missing your questions. Did I just wake up? No, actually, I literally just got done editing. So excuse me. Why do I look tired? Because I am tired. But I do like 4 pumps of this. You really don't need a lot. I probably just did too much. But anywho, driving with albinism. So there is a lot of people that do drive with albinism, but I just feel like it's not talked about, if that makes sense. So when I got my car back in August, that's when I had got a lot of questions about, like, how do I drive? Do I have any issues with seeing while I drive? Do I drive at night? What was another question I got? Another question I got was, do I use any special equipment to help me see in order for me to drive? So I got a lot of questions in regards to that. Girl, it's 9 o'clock there. Wow. Well, thank you for spending the night with me. But yeah, so far as driving, me personally, I don't use any equipment when I drive. I just use my prescription sunglasses. And then if it's not too bright outside, then I just use my regular prescription glasses. Now, everybody with albinism is different. I don't know why. Some people that don't have albinism, they believe that we all have the same type of eyesight, which is not the case because we got different parents, we got different DNA. Yeah. So me personally, I do not have any major issues just using my regular glasses and my regular prescription sunglasses. Now, there are some people with albinism that might have to use, I think it's called like a biop. No, I might be saying this wrong. I might be incorrect. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's called something a biop or something like that. And that's the thing where it's like you have your regular glasses, and then there's like a little magnifying glass that go on top of your regular glasses, if that makes sense. Or does it go on top of your just regular eyes without the glasses? I don't know. I don't know much about that, but that is something I've heard of before for those who want to drive but don't have the best eyesight with just your regular prescription glasses to drive. And like I said, if you're somebody with albinism and you drive, or if you use the biop situation, let me know because I don't have a lot of information on that. Okay, so we're gonna use the dibs. I think yesterday after I applied this perfector, this is what the perfector looks like. I think it's really, really cute. And this is a perfect no makeup look because like I said, I did it yesterday. I ain't rub it all the way in. I missed my top lip. But it gives you like this little, I should have used that brush. Sorry, y'all. Should have used this brush because that's what I used yesterday to help get it all over your face. Welcome in to the chat. Okay. And also, y'all let me know if 5 o'clock is a good time because I asked over in the community tab, but nobody said it wasn't a bad time or whatever. So that's why I went live at this time instead of 3 o'clock. But girl, the amount of, not even the amount of trolls, because we had 3 trolls in here. I'm like, girl, what is the issue? Leave me be, please. But yeah, I would probably just use a brush when I apply this because when I rub this all over, I'll be missing spots. So I feel like I'm gonna miss some spots. I'm gonna probably put a little bit more. Okay, I have albinism in drive. I don't use any special equipment either except for my prescription glasses and sunglasses. Okay, yeah, because I know some people use I think it's called, is it called biop? Is it called like a biop or something? I'm probably saying it wrong, or that's probably not even the correct term. But I know some people that have a hard time seeing with prescription glasses, they use that. But yeah, so when it comes to me, I do not use any special equipment. I just use my prescription glasses and my prescription sunglasses. Now, I did get the question about, do I drive at night? If it's okay, no, I'm not gonna lie. I do drive at night, but if I don't have to, I won't. I will not, especially if it's in an area that I'm not familiar with. Like if I'm coming from my house to the grocery store and it got dark, I'm good because I know the area. But if it's from my house to some area downtown that I never been to, I have to mentally prepare myself because girl, it'd be way too much. Okay, so it's biop glasses. Okay. But yeah, if I'm driving at night and it's like I have to go to like an event or a birthday party, I have to mentally prepare myself because I already have driving anxiety. I don't know where that came from. I just be having like little moments when I was driving, and it kind of like traumatized me a little bit. So I got driving anxiety a little bit. So I have to mentally prepare when I go out and drive, especially if it's not of an area that I've been to before. So I would literally just look at the directions on my phone the day before, see where I need to turn and stuff like that to ease my driving anxiety because it really be real. Like I'll be sweating like my armpits. I know my friends be laughing, but my armpits be soaked after I get out the car. It could be freezing outside, but I'm sweating. I'm sweating while I'm driving. Okay. Do you still? Yeah, Cranberry. She downstairs. She gotta get washed tomorrow. I was supposed to go get a car wash today. But I ain't feel like going today, so we'll do that tomorrow. But I've only gotten a car washed once since I've had it, and it's been 7 months. Okay, so I'm gonna use this dibs. This is the Glow Tour Duo. This is a contour stick. with a blush at the end. So this is what the perfector looks like. It's really, really cute. It gives you like that shimmer. Like I can't describe it. It leaves the skin looking like very highlighty. I don't even know if the computer camera is picking it up. But I'm gonna first go in with the contour, and I know a lot of people are scared about contours or bronzer. I'm gonna use this as a bronzer because contours, I don't use contours really, but they have this as a contour, but it's really like a bronzer to me. And I just put like a little bit on my forehead, and look at me, I done got it in the hair. And I put a little bit where my cheekbone is underneath. And you don't need a lot of this word, and I was looking like extra, extra sun kissed in a good way. Um, but yeah, I was supposed to get the car washed today, but I ain't feel like doing it today. So it will get tomorrow. And I'm gonna just use this brush just to blend it out. And it blends out so easily. It blends out so easily. It gives out that little natural look. You don't gotta do too much either. And like I said, don't worry about the wig. If you see it, just know I ain't lay it down today because it's not gonna get laid down. But anywho, back to the driving. So yeah, I have driving anxiety. I've gotten over it a little bit, but yeah, and I live in Atlanta. Put that in context too. I live in Atlanta, so we already got real bad traffic and people can't drive. So I've gotten over it since I've had my car, but I do not drive at night unless I really, really have to. And also, how can I say? Like when I'm driving, it's best for me to use my sunglasses even when it's cloudy outside. But sometimes if it's like extremely cloudy to the point where it's like almost nighttime looking, then I'm not going to use my sunglasses. But I always have my sunglasses in the car because I need to be able to see, clearly without the sun blinding me on top of that. So I do have prescription sunglasses that I always leave in the car because I do not want to get in the car and not have my glasses. But then again, like as soon as I get in the car, I grab my sunglasses, put them on, and we're good to go. Um, but yeah, I don't drive at night unless I have to. In order for me to drive, I just use regular prescription glasses, prescription sunglasses. What was the other question? What was the other question? I think that was it as far as like me driving. But if you are somebody, like I said, that cannot drive without or can't see as well with prescription glasses, then you could probably talk to your eye doctor about getting the biop glasses. I know there's like a really like it's a process for that because you have to go through a lot of stuff. But I go to my eye doctor and I told him, when I went to him last year, I was like, yeah, I got me a new car. And I was just joking. I was like, am I still good to drive? And he's like, yeah, you're still good to drive. So he knows I drive. So I'm good. But yeah, I just make sure I take my time. Like I said, even though people with albinism, we don't have the best eyes, but the people that do drive, we can see. I don't want that to be a misconception of like, oh, be careful, she can't see. Like, I don't like that. Like the people that can drive, we can drive. We're allowed to be on the road because you have to take a test in order not to, yeah, they're not gonna let nobody on the road and they can't see, basically. So yeah, we can see. The can drive, we can see. But yeah, that is what I do. Oh, let me tell you the shade. This is the shade Starlit, and I just put the blush on. Y'all see that? It looks so natural looking, and it blends out really, really easily, really, really quick, and it gives like that little dewy look too. I like this no makeup look because it gives like that sun kiss look without it looking like we done got sunburned. That's the one thing I hate. Like people be like, you look like you sun kissed. Now I look like I got sunburn. But no, this don't make it look like I got sunburn. This looks like I got a little flush. Oh, let me put my glasses on. I can't see. I hate having to get so close to the screen. Whew, it's hot in here. I feel like I am able to see enough to drive, but there's always a stipulation on if doctors want me to drive or not. My current doctor thinks it's okay to drive though. Yeah. And then I think that's also that's how can I say? Because I heard somebody was talking about this before, like how eyesight is like it's a weird thing to judge somebody's eyesight, if that makes sense. Now, if you can't see for real, then yeah, you shouldn't be driving. But then it's also like a thing where there's like levels to your eyesight with having albinism. So like everybody does not have the same eyesight. And I feel like that has to deal with like the amount of pigmentation in your eye. Because like every time when I would be rich as Bill Gates. Every time somebody be like, why are your eyes brown? I'd be like, my eyes are brown because they just brown. I don't know. I was birthed and they brown. Like I always get that question because I feel like a lot of people will see somebody with albinism that they saw a long time ago and their eyes is probably really light blue or gray or whatever. I'm like, everybody is different. My eyes are not going to be the same color as somebody else's eyes because we got two different parents. We got different DNA. So I feel like that has something to do with the eyesight too, is the amount of pigment that's in the eyes. Yeah, the blush ain't it's really cute. It's really cute. I feel like I could blend that side out better. Where I put that brush at? Where I put that brush at? Oh, in my lap, in my lap. Girl, I should have turned on the air. It's not hot here today, but it's hot in this house. Okay, so we got the blush and the contour. And then after I did that yesterday, I just went in with this setting spray. This is supposed to be like a hydrating setting spray. And what else it said it was for? You can use it on your face and your body. And yeah, you don't have to have like full on makeup to use this basically. You got a little bead in there. But I just put that on. It's really lightweight, like it's a really fine mist, and it smell good. Smell like vanilla. So this is basically it. All you need is these two things, a little setting spray, and you good. Like you can go to the grocery store, wherever you need to go, run errands. Like this is a no makeup, go run your errands type of situation. Okay. Um, my eyes are dark. Yes, same, same. And I always get asked about why my eyes are brown. I'm like, they just brown. I don't know. But yeah, I honestly feel like the eyesight deals with the amount of pigmentation that we have in our eyes. But yeah, let's move on to this lipstick. This is the Dibs Jam lip plumper. Girl, obsessed. Let me show you right quick. And I got it in the shade Fig Fantasy, which is like this neutral nude shade, and I think it's really cute, and it's really pretty. And it is a I got chapstick on, so I'm trying to take that off before I put this lipstick on. But it is a lip plumper too. And have you ever used a lip plumper before? If you ever used a lip plumper before, you know sometimes like the burning sensation, it be really like burning. Um, but this, it don't do that. It got a little tingle, a little bit. But other than that, it's good. But this is the shade, and I think it's so pretty. It's like a really sheer, not really sheer, but you can build upon it. These makeup wipes smell good. Well, these is cleansing facial wipes, but I'm gonna use it as a makeup wipe because I don't use wipes to cleanse my face. I don't mess my lip up. Hold up. I'll make sure I get this correct. And make sure it don't look too bad. But this is what the the Fig Fantasy shade looks like. It's very natural. It's very natural looking. This is gonna be my favorite. But yeah, it gives you like that little tingly feeling because it's a lip plumper. And that's all. Like this is a whole no makeup look. Like this is true. Y'all know I love to do my eyebrows. So no eyebrows today, no lash, no mascara, just straight skin, glowing, glistening sun kiss. But yeah, just these 3 products, or I should say 4 products, and you're good to go. It don't take no time. Like if I wasn't on the live, I'll probably get this done within like 3 minutes and call it a day. But yes, let's move on to these other topic I wanted to talk about, which was um being black and having albinism in doing protective styles. Okay, so the question, I'm gonna read the question from the Q&A that was left under the video, or left under the community tab, so you can get a better understanding on what the situation is. So the question was, what advice would you give to other young women with albinism for self-confidence, especially with wearing braids and other protective styles? I feel like I can't even enjoy my braids or even running simple errands sometimes because the staring and the comments get so bad. I feel like I should be used to it, but it doesn't get easier. And then there was a dialogue going on under here. I know there was somebody saying braids are not protective styles. There should be no gatekeeping. But that's the thing too, like a lot of people that don't understand or grew up in like a black household or anything like that, they won't understand the terminology of what protective style is. A protective style doesn't mean like gatekeeping or anything like that. So I think that person was confused when she commented under the other lady's post. Protective style is, you know, doing your hair and tucking it away for a couple of weeks or a couple of months, protecting it from the elements, protecting it from X, Y, and Z, not having to do it every day, basically. That's what a protective style is. So like braids, twists, the mini twists I have in, wigs, what else protective style, like so many different protective styles. So I feel like a lot of people that didn't grow up in a black household or isn't black don't understand that protective styles is not a word for gatekeeping. So I just thought that was interesting. But the whole topic, when I read that question, I did answer the question in the Q&A video that I did, but I wanted to elaborate even more, and just do like a video. I was going to do a separate video, like I said, on the topic, but I just wanted to do it for this live, so you don't have a little talking point. So basically, I understand what she was saying, because like, even though this has never happened to me before, I can definitely understand, because like growing up, how can I say, growing up, a black girl with albinism, we already don't quote unquote look black. I don't know what look black mean. Because a lot of people to this day still believe if you don't have black skin, then you can't be black, which is crazy to me, because I'm like, well, tell my DNA that I'm not black then. So, but yeah, so growing up, I had that kind of like mindset already, because I was still trying to like discover myself, and I was like really, really insecure as a kid. Like I didn't know nothing about, having albinism. We already get the stare. Yes. So I didn't know anything about albinism as a kid. So like growing up, I already looked different from my parents and my family. So I'm just like, well, maybe I'm not black because I don't got black skin. But as I continue to like build my confidence and find out more about me and who I am, then I'm like, yeah, I'm black fully. Just because my skin ain't black don't mean I'm not black. My DNA, my parents, you black. So as I continue to learn more about myself and gain more confidence, I did start getting protective styles. I feel like my first protective style, I might be lying because I don't got the best memory, so I'm gonna have to ask my mom. But based off of the pictures of growing up, the first protective style I had was these, I think it was like mini twists. So they were like great. I hated that style too because it made my forehead look so big. But it was like mini twists, but Senegalese twists. I don't know. So I got that style, and when I got that style, like I ain't have, from what I remember, I don't remember anybody coming up to me saying, "Oh, why are you wearing, these Senegalese twists, or why are you wearing mini twists?" And the hair I had in, it wasn't the same color as my natural hair. So that's one thing we struggle with a lot, is finding hair extensions to match your natural hair. So growing up, I just used 27. 27 was the only color hair I used. I went through the same thing. Yeah, so 27 was the only hair color I used when I did protective styles back then. So yeah, when I got that protective style, I was really insecure at the time in middle school. So, Yeah. And I also want to add this in here too, now that I'm thinking about it. Like, I feel like if you go to, okay, so the schools I went to, middle school, elementary, high school, it was predominantly black. So all my friends was black students, black teachers. We probably only had one or two kids in our school that was white, and then we had some people there that were Hispanic. So it was not like a lot of mixture. It was just basically like majority of black kids. So I feel like because I grew up in an already like predominantly black school, I probably didn't get that many comments on why I was wearing braids and why I got this in my head. So that's probably another reason why I didn't get those type of comments. So it does depend on where you're growing up at and like your environment that you're in too, depending on your experience that you have with your protective styles. Did people always want to play in your hair? Girl, I'm sorry. When I be saying girl, I know some people be getting offended when I be saying girl. I'm like, I'm not saying, well, I should say some male people be getting offended. I'm not saying you a girl. That's just how I talk. So excuse me if I say girl and you not a girl. But I feel like when I was younger, people would want to play in my hair. But then again, my hair was really like, my hair was damaged. I ain't have no afro, no natural hair when I was a kid. I had fried dyed to the side relaxer when I was a kid. And it was like right here. Like this is the longest my hair had ever got when I had a relaxer. So I remember probably like when I was like really, really young, like, in elementary ish before you get to like middle school probably. But it was nothing like crazy because my hair didn't even look that good anyway for people wanting to play in it. Has anyone ever asked you to try fake tan? Hold up, because you finna get me off a tangent. Y'all know I'm really bad with staying on topic. I'm gonna come back to that. Um, but far as protective styles, so growing up, I personally didn't have a huge like problem with somebody coming to me saying, why you got these braids in your head, why you got these mini twists in your head, stuff like that. Because when I got into high school, I started experimenting with Marley twist a lot. And this was around the time I started going natural too, because my hair was so damaged. So I was just like, dang, I'm tired of having like damaged hair. I'm tired of my hair looking like this. So that's when I started transitioning. And after I transitioned, my hair was still pretty, like, it was still pretty short for a fro. It was still long, but still short. So I started to do Marley twists like every month. Like I would take them out, wash my hair, and put them back in. Take them out, wash my hair, and put them back in. Excuse me. So even when I did my Marley twist in high school, I still didn't get any like negative comments on why I got this in my head and this, and this. And I grew up, again, it depends on your environment that you're growing up in. I grew up in a predominantly black city, black neighborhood, black school. So I really did not get a lot of like crazy comments like that. And I'm not sure exactly why. Thank God I didn't, because that is like extremely, like, that's nasty. Like, mind your business. Don't worry about why I got my braids in my head. These my braids. Mind your business. Okay. But yeah, I didn't get that type of energy from the people that was around me when I was a kid. And then, as I got older, my confidence grew too. So I'm just like, I want you to come over here and tell me I can't have my braids in my head. Like, what? Are you crazy? Um, but yeah, so as I got older, got into college, I didn't do that many protective styles when I got into college because, like I said, I did so many when I was in high school that I was like, I want to enjoy my fro. I did still do, I think Marley twist once or twice. And the reason why I don't even do a lot of protective styles anyway, like with extensions, is because, like I said, it's hard to match my natural hair color. Like it's either 27 or 613, and 613 is way too light for me. I know there was another color I found. I think it's called F144, but that was only on Amazon, and then it was only on Amazon and at this one particular beauty supply store that was in the city. And I'm not driving down there every time to get that hair. So when I do go, I make sure to stack up, bundle up on it. But yeah, it's really hard to like match my natural hair color. Because when I do protective styles, I still want my natural hair color. I'm not somebody that experiment with colors and stuff like that. That's just not my thing. But yeah, so like it's just such a deep topic because I feel like with protective styles and being a Black person with albinism, a lot of people, and then like I said, depending on where you're growing up at, a lot of people still don't understand what albinism is. So when they're looking at you as a Black person, they don't even see your features. They don't see this. They don't see this. They don't see, well, I got a wig on now, but y'all know what my hair looks like. They don't see this. They see this skin light. So they automatically think, oh, white. And I'm like, no, that's not the case. That's not the case. So now that I'm thinking about it too, like it was probably like a subconscious thing. Cause like I said, growing up, I knew I didn't have like, the same complexion as my mom and dad. So I kind of had like a feeling like, well, dang, like, am I really Black? You know? And it kind of had me thinking like, almost like, well, would there be an issue if I did a protective style or get braids or get what is it, cornrows, stuff like that? Would people be thinking, because I know there's such thing as cultural appropriation. Would people be thinking I'm culturally appropriating? And as I got older, obviously that's not the case because that's my culture. Braids, protective style, that's part of my culture. So it's not me culturally appropriating, which is so funny that I'm thinking about it as an adult. Like, but as a kid, like you don't have that full capacity of deep thinking. Okay. But yeah, so and then some people as an adult, they don't have the full capacity of deep thinking either. So there's that. But yeah, like far as protective styles as a Black person with albinism, I feel like a lot of us probably do have that subconscious thought growing up. And I feel like too, like as an adult today, when I had, well, basically, good example, I had my boho braids for my birthday. I didn't have no issues with nobody coming up to me talking about why you got these braids in your head, why you doing X, Y, and Z. And I enjoyed my braids. I did. But it's just like if I had them braids in and somebody came up to me and was like, why you got braids in? You're not Black. Why you got them braids in? We would have an issue because you're not telling me, yeah, you're not telling me out your mouth. Yeah. but but yeah, I just think that topic is so deep. And like I said, if you're somebody in the chat that is a Black person with albinism, let me know your thoughts on this topic. Because it's such a deep topic. Because like I said, it's a subconscious thought. Because sometimes, got hair on my mouth. Because like sometimes when I do wear protective styles, it sometimes be in the back, like way, 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 way in the back of my head. I'm like, is somebody gonna think I'm white and come up to me today and be like, why you got them braids in your head? If you come up to me, oh, thank you so much, babe. Thanks, babe. Babe sending me a $5 super check. Okay. Um, thank you for touching on this topic. Yeah, it's like even though I'm talking to you now about this topic and I'm fully confident in myself, I'm fully aware that I'm a Black person. I'm not culturally appropriating my culture, but you can still have that inkling in the back of your head, like way back there. If you wearing a protective style, is somebody gonna come up to me today and want to start something today, basically? So that's the only thing. I'm on a live stream, babe. You was gonna come in here.
I sent you 2 super chats. Did you get the $20?
No, I didn't, babe. I'll check it. It's just the $5 one, babe. It's okay. It's okay. That's my boyfriend in the background. But yeah, that's just this stuff. I can't be taught. Just this topic alone is like very, very deep. And I just want to be like a better conversation. So if you ever had this experience or had these thoughts before as a Black person with albinism, please drop it down below in the chat. Okay. But let's go to this other topic far as has anyone ever asked you to try fake tan? Now, personally, nobody came out their mouth and said, hey, you need to try this fake tan. I've had people before trying to be funny say, "Oh, you need to go get a tan. You're so light. Oh, the sun missed you. Oh, you need to stay out in the sun." Stuff like that, dealing with an actual tan. But everybody know, well, not everybody, because some people just don't want to research. If you have albinism, or I should say, if you have my particular albinism, because there's so many types of albinism, you might have more melanin in your skin to the point where you can tan. If you don't have any melanin in your skin, you will not be tanning. You will be burning. Okay. So if you do have albinism, or if you didn't know, you can't tan. Okay. So far as like the fake tan, nobody actually asks, can I do, try out some fake tan? I personally don't want to do that. I've seen some people with albinism do that. That's their personal preference. I just feel like that's just changing too much about myself. Cause like with a tan, you gotta do your face, you gotta do your whole body. You gotta drench your whole body in it because it's gonna completely change your complexion. So that's not my thing. But I've seen companies reach out to me wanting to send me fake tan, and I'm like I said, everybody don't know what albinism is. Everybody don't know my preference on whether I will do fake tan or not. But I'm just like, why are you sending me this email about trying a fake tan? Or because it's gonna be insane. Basically, it's gonna be insane. Like literally, like I'm saying, you will have to literally drip your whole body in tan, face, neck, arm. You can't miss nothing. Because if you have a small patch and you didn't get enough tan right there, the fake tan on there, you're gonna be looking crazy, in my opinion. But like I said, there are some people with albinism that do use or have used fake tan before. That's just not my thing. I'm not interested in it. I just feel like that's too big of a drastic um change to be happening, because it's just like I'm very fair already, and then all of a sudden I wake up and I'll pop up. Just imagine me like popping up online one day, be like, "Hey y'all," and I'm completely like a completely different complexion. That's insane. That's just not my thing. It ain't my thing. Um, have you ever had an identity crisis due to albinism? Ooh. Okay. So I feel like that would have been when I was younger. That would have been when I was younger, not knowing what albinism is, not fully understanding it myself, um, not understanding my identity as like a black girl at the time and woman, and not understanding, like basically like just that, like not understanding what albinism is at the time, not understanding who I was basically, and not having a lot of confidence, and I was still like insecure. So yeah, I guess you could call that identity crisis, because like growing up, even though like I have a very supportive family, so it wasn't like too bad on me, but like I feel like I got most of the nitty gritty when I was in public or when I was in school. Okay. That's when I was kind of like, I don't know, like what am I basically? Like, am I black? But then again, people are telling me I'm not black because I don't have black skin. This is when I was younger. So I'm just like, what is it then? Like, what am I? And like I said, at that time too, I didn't know a lot about albinism. I just knew it was just the lack of melanin. And you would never get, like, literally, I remember this too as a kid in middle school. The people in my people didn't even understand it anyway. But they was like, well, hopefully you could get your pigment, later on in life when you grow up, or hopefully, you get your color, in a couple years and stuff like that. And like I said, I ain't fully understand what albinism was at that time. So I'm thinking, okay, well, maybe she might be right. Maybe I probably will get my color in, a couple years, or when I grow up, blah, blah, blah. And fast forward, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. So yeah, I guess you could call that an identity crisis. I really think you can. Um, we don't have enough education on albinism back in the day. But as the years went on, we are more educated. People used to call me out of my intelligence because I didn't know much about my condition. Yeah, I'm just like, that's the thing too that be bothering me. Just because I have something don't mean I know every single thing that's going on. I'm a human being like you. Do you know what's going on in your body right now? Do you know why you look like how you looking right now? Like, we just know what is scientifically going on. That's it. Because I'm like, I don't understand why people always want me to, like, don't get me wrong. I love to educate when I can. Some days I don't feel like educating. Some days I will go to the grocery store and you looking at me crazy. I'm gonna get you crazy too. Like, that's just how it is. I'm not gonna be wanting to educate every single day. But some people want you to educate every time. And I remember this time when I was in college. It just annoys me. I was in college. I was getting ready to walk. The way my college was set up, I had to walk through the parking lot, and then there's like a little pathway so you can go walk to the main street. So I was walking through the parking lot, and this guy, I'm pretty sure he didn't even go to the school. He was probably picking somebody up. But he ended up stopping and he was like, "Hey, I'm going to school to be a doctor or something," he said. And I'm like, "Okay." And he was like, "I wanted to ask you a couple questions about albinism." He's in his running car. He is in his running car in the middle of the parking lot. And I'm like, I forgot what I said. I probably said it with an attitude because I'm just getting out of school. I'm just getting out of college. I'm getting out of my class. I'm ready to go home, relax. And he said, oh yeah, I knew you were black because you got an attitude or something like that. And I'm like, okay. And he drove off. But I'm like, stuff like that, that is just like, that just blows my mind. We do not have to educate you. You said you're going to school to be a doctor. Where your credentials at? Come on now. So that's what I'm saying. Like, we are not obligated to educate anybody. Just because we have albinism don't mean we know everything. Don't mean I gotta educate you. So yeah. Fake tan is annoying. It's about fake tan is annoying. It's nice as it's nice at the start. Then a few days later it comes off. Then you have a exfoliant. Wow. See, that's the thing too. Like with the fake tan, how long does that stuff last? And then like when it start fading, like when it fades, does it fade all at one time? You know, you got different parts of your body, your elbows, will your elbows still be, the tan, stuff like that. I don't know anything about fake tan. I have to burp. I'm sorry. There we go. Excuse me. I got my little water over here too, because sometimes when I'm talking so much, my throat gets dry. But yeah, is there any other topics y'all got? Y'all got some really good topics actually, because I was not even thinking about the fake tanning and then like the whole identity thing. Like, it's insane. But I can say, even though social media can be very annoying, I can say there are a lot more people that know and understand what albinism is versus when I was a kid, like a kid. So I'm happy about that. Um, Thanks, John. Um, so I'm trying to think of some more topics. If y'all got some more topics, please let me know. Oh, I've been on here for 48 minutes, 49 minutes. Okay, we're gonna do one more topic to talk about if you have any, because I gotta get off and cook soon. Because it's 5:51, because I don't want to be cooking too late. Um, okay. God know God knew what he was doing when he created you because your skin color suits you so much if you had a darker skin. Well, that's the thing too, like that's the thing too. Like, I know what you're saying, but that reminds me of another topic too. Like when somebody be like, "Well, if you didn't have albinism, what complexion would you be?" Girl, I don't know. If you didn't have your complexion, what complexion would you be? I don't know. Uh, I don't understand that question. But yeah, if I didn't have albinism and I was born of a darker complexion, I would embrace that. If I was born at a complexion similar to my mom's, I would embrace that. It really don't matter what complexion you are born in or if it suits you or not. Like if you're born that way, it's gonna suit you regardless because God created you like that. Okay. If he wanted you to look a certain way, he would have made you that way. Okay. But yeah, I always that question right there, not your question, but I'm saying like in general, somebody would ask like if you didn't have albinism, what color would you be? I'm just like, I don't know. Eh, what type of question is that? Like, I don't understand. And especially like I said, growing being a black person with albinism, we come like black people in general, we come in so many shades. Dark, darkest of the dark, lightest of the light. Literally in my family. My grandma on my dad's side, she's dark skinned. She's very dark skinned and she is beautiful. I love her skin. And then my grandma on my mom's side, she's like more of a caramel color. So it's just like, who I don't know. What does it matter? Doesn't matter what complexion I would have been if I didn't have albinism. I'm gonna still be me. Um. Okay, you said yeah, your elbows, ankles are tan, and then some. Yeah, see, I wouldn't. Yeah, I knew it would have been a task to try and maintain a tan if you're very fair, because I just. Well, I know who I had followed. I think it was Jackie. I know she was doing like some tanning. I just like to watch her videos, but she was on TikTok or whatever. She was using this foam tanning and stuff, and she was like put extra on your elbows or something like that. I don't know. I don't know nothing about no tan. But yeah, I can see why the elbows and all that stuff will be the last place to finish because I don't know the skin on the elbows or whatever. But yeah, is there any last minute topics or questions before I hop off? I'm gonna hop off in like the next it's 5:53, so in like the next 7 minutes because I don't want to wait too long to cook. I'm making me some chicken wings and we're gonna do some French fries. Okay. I have white Irish skin. Sometimes I wear tan, but I have to keep it. I have to keep up with it, taking it off and putting it on. Mm. Wow, that seems like a lot. I'm glad it's working for you. Um, Dang, I was about to come up with something was on my mind just now, and it literally just left me. But thank y'all for watching the live. Like I said, I'm gonna be on here for the next 6 minutes before I get off. Oh, that's what I wanted to say. So y'all know in my Q&A, I was talking about getting a gym membership, starting to work out. I got my gym membership, y'all. I got it 2 weeks ago, but I wasn't able to use it 2 weeks ago because I had to get surgery and you can't do all that stuff. But yeah, I got it 2 weeks ago. I'm thinking about going at the end of next week. Um, and I did get the membership with Crunch, or is it Crush? I think it's Crunch Fitness because they have a lot of like for the membership I got, it was like $30 a month and it comes with so much stuff. Like you can do the classes in there. They got Pilates up in there, y'all. And I really wanted to do Pilates. They got yoga up in there. I want to say they got Zumba up in there. I don't know. They got the little cycling class up in there. So they got a lot of classes up in there. And I think that would be so beneficial. The main reason why I got the membership was to do the Pilates, okay? Because Pilates by itself is already expensive when you go to Pilates studio. But I'm going to see what this type of Pilates is at this gym. Hopefully it's good. And then, like I said, they got yoga there too. I'm going to probably just do the yoga to help me stretch, do that stretching. And then like the Pilates, do the strengthening. I just really want to do strength training and build my stamina. I'm not trying to lose weight because I'm already tiny. I'm trying to keep the little weight that I have. Okay. But yeah, I got my gym membership and I am excited. I am very excited. But anywho, if there's no more questions or topics, I think I'm gonna go ahead and hop off. Um, like I said, in my community tab, I will be doing these lives every Friday. So if this live has ended already, please leave any topics that you would like for me to talk about in the next live, which will be next Friday. And then it's all different. Yeah, God made us all different for a reason. Okay, it would be so boring if everybody looked the same, everybody had the same experience. Yeah, correct. But anywho, yeah, let me know what topics you would like for me to talk about next week. And also if 5 o'clock is a good time, I'm still trying to gauge the times for going live. 5 o'clock Fridays in general is good for me. So I did go live last week at 3 o'clock. So y'all just let me know in the comments. But anywho, I hope y'all enjoyed this live. And I will see y'all. I feel like I'm smacking so much. I got my Invisalign and it just, yeah, y'all. If you know Invisalign, you know Invisalign. But anywho, hope you enjoyed this live. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments after the replay is done. And I will see y'all next Friday. I will have a video up Sunday as well. It will be my mini twist wash day routine. So make sure you look at that video when it comes out Sunday. But I hope y'all enjoyed this live. Enjoy the rest of your Friday. Enjoy your weekend. Please be safe. And I will see y'all next week. All right, now we got to see how we end the live on the computer. Okay, end live. All right, bye, y'all.